Today we're going to look at the new update. There was 12.1 and 12.5. They're both the same, they're bug fixes, but that's not the nature of this video. We're going to look at all those undocumented changes that you now have with them. They've appeared. I've also going to do a quick test now of parking, reversing into a space, because in 12.5 they've actually made it better.
Number 1.
Right, let's have a look at this for parking. Now, just park now, but I want to show you for the filming. So let's have a look at this again. Come down here. Reasonably empty car park. Gonna pull along. Okay, let's have a look. And we'll have a look, see how it goes with this. There's a parking space. Oh, I missed it. Let me go back again. If it comes back, yeah, there you go. So I'm going to go start. Now what was interesting, I reversed it back into the space I missed and it saw it. So let's see how this goes. Checking around myself to see if any cars are coming, but the car's pretty good now. So this is on the new 12.5 and it is much better for parking itself. We'll have a look at this now. We'll go out in a minute and check the lanes, but as you can see, that's pretty seamless. We're going to have a look how good this is. Okay, it's come to its stop and that's done. So let's go and check it outside and see how good it was. Right, if we look down, really good. If we check the other side, that's perfect. If we look here, well, that's really good. They've actually improved such a good thing now for parking. So it had been shaky for a while, but 12.5 has addressed all of those things for parking and it is really good. Let's move on. Let's have a look at what we got on the units here. So basically,
Number 2.
if we go into software and we have a look at what's going on with the software, release notes, it takes a while to come in, not a problem. We just wait for that to come in. It's nice to see you, and we make sure that you upload the new phone app because that has changed with a couple of documented things in that. So if you look here, it's just the same as it's always been from the last one. It's no different. If we go to 20.5, there is nothing. So 23.12 is all the stuff, and 12.5 there's nothing. So let's go through it. So they fixed the parking reversing into space, that's done.
Number 3.
Now, look at this for visualization. On this, when it's parked, okay, so let's have a look at this. You see the screen here, you can turn it round. So if we pop the trunk, we open it. Oh, and it's something I didn't tell you in a few gone by. You can't just, if you have the one lock on, driver's door only, you can't come in the car and pop the hood or the trunk immediately. So if I hit the open button of the boot, nothing happens, you see. What you have to do is you have to either touch the control on the door or just unlock twice. You hear 2 beeps, then you can press open and it's open. We'll wait for it to pop up. Bad example. Because it's open but you can't see it on mine, which we can prove that if we go into this. You can see I'm looking at the sky, so it's actually not showing on visualization. So that's something that they've now changed for 12.5. So if you've got your own boot and frunk that have been modified, which I have, not the ones that come with Tesla, it's now not showing as a visualization, but it is open, as you see, because we can now close it, and it does say open in the screen. So let's reclose it, and you see the boot's closed. They've also fixed this now. So when I press open, the screen doesn't go off anymore. Before, the screen would go off for a blank second and then come back. So that's okay. So let me show you this a bit different, because that doesn't work as such. But we'll go to the bonnet. Okay, let's look at the bonnet. Okay, so that is showing us a visualization, and that's great. It's open. What we can do now is we can, don't worry about that, we can now turn it round. So let me see if I can do it, get my fingers out of the way. You see now I can have a look at the different visualization of it open. So it gives you a 360-degree angle, which is Tesla's first start to making a 360-degree on the all around the car. That will happen when, I can't tell you, but they're working on that, so we will have a 360 bird's eye view, if you like, of the car for when we're parking and stuff. As you see, it's quite good. You can turn it around that, so we couldn't do that before. Okay, let's go now to the app, because on the app now we can rename the car straight from the app.
Welcome again to Mal's Back Talking Tesla. My car's a 2019 Model 3, but this video is correct for all models and years of the Tesla, including yours. I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button and subscribe at any point if you find this video useful. Doing that will get you all the latest releases, and I can provide personal help with the features and enhancements if you get stuck.
Hello, I'm over here.
Okay, so let's show you what's happened.
Number 4.
You always should know now. If you slide right down, you can see the version number of the app that you're on, which is 12.5. You can now hit release notes, which is great because we'll do that. Minor fixes. The release contains minor improvements and bugs fixes. Okay, so that takes care of that. And you...
Number 5.
Let's have a look. If we go over to the top, you see where my name is, it says Electra, and it says the miles, 236 miles. If I hit Electra now, I can go there. It says name your vehicle, cancel, or okay. So we can do that.
Number 7.
To find out what version of the app is, you see where the little picture is of the photograph at the top. There you go into that, you slide all the way down and you can see it's 4.20.75. That's the latest one. Go and load it now, download it so that you have it, so that you'll be able to do the next feature, which is to load up without a key card. So let's do that now.
Number 8.
Now, from this, you don't need your key card anymore. Let's prove that, because I haven't got my key card, I've got nothing with me. So I'm going to get rid of this app on here. So let's log out, sign out. Right, I've signed out, it's out now. I'm going to sign back in. Use my credentials. Okay, we're in now, that's great. And if I now go slide down to security and drivers, what was interesting, it hasn't removed it from car key, it's straight in. So even though I signed out, I didn't have to re-log in again.
Number 9.
We notice here is the icons have actually changed a bit now. They're more squarer and more like app format, so you can see that. Also the same as if we go to the theatre, it's the same again. They've made them more squarer now, and they've improved that. If we go to the drive, everybody to have your pin to drive, because that will protect you from actually having any issues where people could just get in and drive your car. As you can see now, if you have the driver door locked, only, they can't even press the trunk and frunk, so they couldn't open the door and then get to your screen and then release anything, which is very safe and nice to have. Okay, so if we now look at the speed, it's got bigger. If you look over there, miles per hour, that's a lot bigger now. So that's an undocumented change.
Number 10.
Now, they claim that it now sees cars facing the front of you. Take it out and have a look if cars will find us from the front. The way to do that is find a busy junction. Let's have a look. You see that car? And it's meant to be able to stop you crashing into them. But I don't know if that works. We could have a look. Let's see. It doesn't come red, so my guess is it hasn't stopped me. So let's just reverse back. And also, what they're saying now is in reverse, it's also got protection while you're driving to actually stop. But I want to get to a busy turning and I want to see if we can demonstrate this. There's a car there. He's reversing in. It's quite slow in what it's in. Oh, there you are, he's parking. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's see him park. Okay. This is bigger now. You notice the 30 mile an hour here? Look, much bigger. So they've managed to improve that. Doesn't see the car on the left. Yeah, seen that pedestrian, which is really good. That's new. So it sees more pedestrians now when they're walking. Hasn't seen those two. It's a bit too far for them. Auto. Let's see if it. Yes. There's a pedestrian coming. Look, it's slowing down for the pedestrian now. How good is that? So that's brilliant. Okay, so that's good too. They still haven't fixed the green traffic light yet. That when it's green, it doesn't go. You have to still put your foot on the accelerator to get it to work. Let's see how it takes around here. Well, that's good. Look, it picked the road up nice. Putting up a car behind, but it's not going to take me out of it, so I have to do that manually, even though the car stopped. It slowed me down, which was very good. So that's good in itself. They've improved that side of it for us, but it doesn't see these traffic lights. It will see the car in front, and it slowed down for the car, but those traffic lights that they've put, the roadworks, well, it's just seen it now, roughly, but it didn't see it on the other direction, and it's not seeing it again. Look, so it's not seeing those traffic lights. I think they're just too low down for what it's meant to see it. So it's intermittent. It's there now, but it's not. So there's work in progress there that it needs. You see they've disappeared again and they're not there, so that's not good, is it? And that's the car in front. There's a pedestrian walking out as well, which we should see now. Oh, there's a car in there, and it took it off and it followed me behind, which was pretty good for that. So that worked out okay. It was very aggressive. In traffic lights, hopefully, and it should slow down. Yeah, it's saying stop in for them. It's putting me in position behind the cars, and it's steering quite well. Interesting to see that if you take your hands off the wheel, the little eye up here now sees that. That's brilliant, I guess, for Tesla and for safety, until they actually bring the law in. In January 2024, apparently they're going to allow these vehicles to go on the roads with no hands on the wheel. We'll see how that works, and we'll see if Tesla switches that on for us. It probably will coincide with the fact that they want to do FSD beta testing in Europe. That will probably come in January. They've brought it forward. It was originally going to be January 2025, now 2024. They're happy and confident that they can do that. So that looks good. What was interesting was the visualization of pedestrians now is better. It controlled, we saw that. It stopped for the pedestrian. Brilliant. You can see pedestrians on the side now, which was always a danger before. If they run in the road, now the car actually detects that and slows for them. That's a brilliant innovation. I'm happy that they've done that. Not happy with the visualization. They claim that you can, it will stop you in emergency. If a car pulls in front of you, your car would take over. Haven't seen that. Even when we were going to crash into that car on test, it didn't show it, did it? So not good there. What was interesting, UK need to fix the idea of their little traffic lights, because it didn't see the traffic light at that angle. Ongoing, I could have ended up crashing into the unit if I'd have believed that that would work. So once again, always don't let the car think that because it says that it can do autopilot and this, always take over a heartbeat, because your safety is paramount. It's no good afterwards saying, oh, it's meant to do it, meant to do it. Well, meant to do it isn't quite cut it for me. So that was good. Good with the visualizations have changed. Now, remember to watch this video here on 23.12. All of these things I've documented, and undocumented changes are there on the screen for you to go at this video here. Anyway, until the next one, I look forward to seeing you there. Check out my radio station show every day. It's on the community page. We're going to bring in next week a couple of guys who do light shows. They've got together and joined forces in America to bring one of the biggest light shows out. We'll be interviewing them, find out how that went for them, find out why they did it, and details like that. You'll better pick up my show. We're finalising it. It'll be one day next week, but in my community page, I'll put it up for you so that you'll see it, and then we can have that little conversation chat. Anyway, take care for now, and I'll be seeing you.